Anything that was towed from the scene is obviously, we believe that it might be involved in some way. So as part of the investigation, we are taking all precautions to make sure that we investigate all evidence that we may feel that was part of the scene today.
Mayor, have you been in touch with Governor McKee? Is there a reason he isn't here tonight?
Yes, no, we've been in touch. He's been allowing, and I'm sorry, he's been supporting, as well as the Attorney General and many others. We'll be briefing each other tomorrow with everyone and probably doing a joint statement at some point. But yes, the state has been very active and involved, as well as many of the other mayors who are in these other communities. So we've been having those conversations, and we're sharing as much information as we can, and then we're all going to collectively get together. And
I'm actually going to answer this question as far as the mutual aid that was tapped. And there was a few different jurisdictions that were brought in. We were, I suppose, first responders. You can speak to just the group team effort that it had to process the scene and make sure victims were treated as such.
So when the call initially came in, obviously we dispatched the police department, which I said was there within a minute and a half of the actual active shooter. And the fire department, once it was safe for them to come in, they administered aid, also with our police officers. As soon as they heard a call for service, they all came. So again, tomorrow we'll be touching base with all of them, but most of them were on administrative aid outside of the scene.
Will the arena be closed? If so, how long?
So that will all depend on the investigation, but at this point it is closed.
Can you detail any more timeline? Was he there for a while and then started shooting, do you believe, or did he come in?
So that's all part of the investigation. Obviously, we're going to develop a timeline early. Developing a timeline of presence and how long he had been there.
Do you believe he had multiple weapons?
What I said was all part of the investigation, and then we'll determine that later. But at this point, we're not going to give up how many weapons the person had.
You still believe he died from a self-inflicted gunshot?
Correct.
What does the next 24 hours look like for the department?
So really, like I said, we're still at the initial stages of the investigation. So after we have spoken to many, many victims and witnesses today, we're going to obviously collect all that information. The detectives will meet together, we'll have a debriefing, they'll compare all the information, we'll reach out to family, we'll try to establish a timeline like we spoke about. Whether or not there's any motive, we'll try to talk to different people. So it's going to be a very busy next 24, 48 hours trying to gather the story, right? We want to make sure that the information that we're given is factual and it's accurate, and that we're not going off of hearsay or things that are on social media. Unfortunately, because social media is so popular, things get out there that maybe necessarily aren't true. So we're trying to quell those kind of rumors and make sure that all the information that we're putting out there is factual.
The victims were hospitalized in critical condition after they were asleep again?
So the victims are at the hospital. We have detectives stationed there, but as of right now, we don't have statements from them.
Chief, can you confirm, so was there a training for active shooter actually going on in the city which helped with the response?
So we did have an initial training that was separate and apart from this, a normal training within the city for a police department.
But that helped with the response, having that?
We had several members that were here on training on days off. So we had additional members, if that's right, we had additional members of the police department that were around, so the response was immediate. Obviously, it's right next to the police station. Like I said, we were there within a minute and a half.
Were any of the flavors related to the two people who died who were killed?
So again, I don't want to get into the family ties because again, they do have an expectation of privacy and a right of privacy, and we'd like to, be able to honor that. It's a tragic event for everybody that was there today, but especially a family. There were so many family members there that were part of this incident. So again, we respect their privacy and we're trying to work with them.
Have the police
Thank you.
retrieved any type of either diary or journal or video or any type of confession that the shooter may have left?
It's too early in the investigation to give it. Thank you very much. I'll give it back to you, Major.
no, but thank you. Again, our hearts go out to the families. This is about trying to grieve as the police do their investigation, and we will release as much information as soon as we have it. So thank you. Appreciate you.